What's up? What's going on, folks? Here to hang out and have an open discussion about whatever topic or topics you folks want to talk about. Open discussion. Well, I definitely enjoy these live streams, but it's been a while, and I would like to get back to the routine that I was starting of having lives steadily, at least once a week. I really would like to do that, just to hang out with you, awesome folks, and have some great discussions because I thoroughly enjoy um, these lives and learning from you awesome people and just having a good time. Glacier Shark Outdoors, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome. It has been a while. How are you doing in Alaska? I'm not awesome, though. I think you're pretty awesome, actually, man. You're pretty awesome. Yeah, you seem like a pretty cool, pretty interesting person. Just chilling here. Dad joke. Dad joke came right into my brain. I mean, isn't that what you do in Alaska? Just chill, something like that. I know it's horrible, but what is it? Is it how cold is it there right now? Or that's a horrible way to say, or perhaps what temperature is it right now in Alaska? Alvin, what's up, man? Pardon me, chewing and talking at the same time. We've had some interesting weather here in Missouri. It's been like, I mean, we've gone from like freezing temperatures to like 80 degrees, freezing temperatures at night, um, to like 80 degrees within like a week or so. So it's been really kind of all over the place. But apparently, that's the Midwest is known for that type of range. Southeast Alaska, it's a temperate rainforest. That being said, it's about 32 tonight. Wow. Yeah, actually, I remember you mentioning something like that, which is just unbelievably interesting. Um, I wonder how and why it's a temperate rainforest and it's so far north as far as latitude. But I know it's like a curve with the gardening zone. So I don't know. I have no idea how that works, but I do believe you, sir. It can get cold at times, though. Vay's Place. What's up, Verna? How are you? Thank you, Alvin. I appreciate that, man. Like and shout you out. You're awesome. Thank you for the support, sir. Crafted Branch. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Insane amount of rain here. Wow. Well, you said rainforest, man. That's intense. Um, well, Alaska has lots of amazing wildlife from what I've seen. So I could only imagine if there's more rain. Is there where you live? Is there like an abundance of wildlife, even more so than the other areas in Alaska? Because I know the rainforest is just packed with life. Yep, yep, yep. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yes, grab the branches here for sure, for sure. Welcome, awesome people. It's been a while. It's been a while. Chat with you folks. I miss our chats. Miss hanging out with you folks. I'll Google the exact amount of rain. It's crazy, and yeah, we have extra salmon here. Well, that's amazing. Salmon is delicious and nutritious. Love salmon. Oh, I love salmon. I'd like to eat some salmon soon. You probably have. Well, I shouldn't assume what kind of species of salmon you have there, but I assume you've got some good stuff. King salmon up there. You have king salmon up there. I think that's supposed to be the best. Oh, I missed the giveaway this morning. Oh, from your on your channel, Verna, was that where the giveaway happened? I've been just trying to jump on YouTube whenever I have time. Been super busy. I want to say as usual, and yeah, today was kind of just to get things done on the property, on the homestead, and just started doing some demolition in one of our bathrooms. So I was very busy just trying to get things done. I will try to show support whenever I can. If I see the lives happening, I'll try to show support. Grafted Branch Homestead. Not much seafood here. Some rainbow trout. Rainbow trout. That's good. That's good. Actually, I've had trout. I'm not sure if it was rainbow trout, but I do enjoy trout. Canned trout. Very good. Actually, fresh trout. I don't know if it's frozen or not, but yeah, fresh frozen. Fresh as in you know, not canned or anything. I think I've had frozen trout, fresh in that regard. I believe it was good. 155 inches of rain per year compared to the U.S. average of 38 inches. Wow, that's insane. That's insane. See, I know sunlight can affect mood. You know, limited sunlight. That's something that's really important to me. Um, but I've also heard like having it be rainy can be quite depressing. Not to be negative, but I know like Seattle in America, in America, the continental United States rather, because Alaska is still America. I've heard that you know there's high rates of depression associated with rain. Don't know if that's true. Andy Rabbit, hello, what's up? What's up? What's up? Yakutat, probably butchering that pronunciation. Wow, 3 inches of rain there. Where are you at, Matt from Grafted Branch? Where do you call home? Hmm. Verna says, I'd rather have steelhead trout instead of salmon. Interesting. I love many, many different types of fish, seafood, freshwater, um, you know, from whatever, saltwater. I just eat pretty much everything. When conditions are cold enough, it translates to big snow too. It makes up it makes it up over my windows by February on big snow years. Wow, that's crazy. Well, yeah, I forget the math, but the correlation between like an inch of rain could be, I believe, much more snow than an inch of snow, something like that. But I could just imagine if you're getting a lot of precipitation, if it's cold enough, that could be pretty crazy. New Mexico, Mesa. I don't know where Mesa is, but New Mexico, okay. I assume however much of New Mexico is dry, arid, if that's the word. Alvin, I'm going live tonight at 10:58 p.m. All right, Alvin, thanks for letting me know. If I am, might catch you on the drive home. If this live is done, I will stop by and show support, Alvin, for sure, man. Steelhead trout has the same makeup as salmon, but not farm makeup as a salmon. I believe now that you're mentioning a steelhead trout, steelhead, I think I remember it being orangish or reddish in color. Maybe I don't remember that correctly. Maybe I'm just making that up. I'm trying to remember. I've seen it in the stores what color it was. Steelhead are good too. CR, Creative Redundancy in the house. What's up, Creative Redundancy? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. You're awesome. I just want to take a moment and just say thank you, folks. There's a lot of really awesome channels here, a lot of great people showing support. Please connect to these channels. If you see the chat, everybody, just let's grow together as a team. Really nice people. I mean, there's some great content creators here, very smart people, and let's just help each other out. Let's just try to pull one another up that YouTube ladder and help each other fight against the algorithm, if you will. And I think that's what we should be doing. And I appreciate you folks being here. I will let you folks know straight up. We're really trying to work on our watch hours. That is still something we're working on. So everyone here, this really, really means a lot to help out. These live streams really do help with the watch hours. We're just marching towards monetization, and watch hours is really what we're focused on right now. Creative Redundancy. I still have watched the coffee filter video. Yeah, check it out, CR, if you haven't. I'm assuming you say still have to watch. That's what you mean. Yeah, check it out, man. Grafted Branch Homestead. Matt shared out. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Becoming a Green Stalker. What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? How you doing? Awesome people here right now. Glacier Shark Outdoors dropping a like for Holistic Homestead. Awesome. Thank you for the like. Thank you for mentioning, the like, as the like is important. That does help, folks. Appreciate that. Awesome. I see Glacier Shark sharing Grafted Branch Homestead link. That's awesome. I see Glacier Shark sharing Grafted Branch Homestead's link. Wow, that was difficult to get out. I see Glacier Shark sharing Grafted Branch Homestead's link. just in case I didn't get it correct before. Awesome, awesome, awesome. CR, I posted the last garden video. Awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I gotta stop by your place soon for sure. Awesome. I see you folks connecting. That's great. That's what you should be doing. Don't mind me while we're hanging out. It's been a long day. I am enjoying some baklava with some vanilla ice cream because we make this here at our restaurant, and it's awesome. Walnut baklava, delicious in my opinion. Don't mind me chewing, folks. I'm just chilling. Grafted Branch Homestead. Oh, yum. Ooh, yum. Or oh, yum. Either way, it is yummy. Yes, our restaurant. My wife and I own a restaurant along with my business partner and his wife. My wife and I are owners, and my business partner and his wife are owners. So there's 4 of us who try to make it happen, and it's really just a blessing. And definitely love this industry. And some people, hate it. I love it. I've been involved in the food business for about 25 years, 23 of which I've been in the restaurant industry, over a decade of which, maybe well over a decade, but definitely over a decade I've been in general management, and I love it. It's awesome. We do not make the puff pastry for the baklava. I think that would be ridiculous as far as time and effort and labor. We buy phyllo dough, and it's like paper thin or very, very, very thin, layered and stuff like that. But yeah. Andy Rabbit, what's up? What's up? I need to make some for the holidays. Haven't made it in years. Yeah, it takes time. You got to layer it and the butter and, Glacier Shark Outdoors. I have quail eggs coming in the mail now. Also, Jersey Giant chicken hatching eggs. Awesome. Awesome. So Glacier Shark, I'm trying to remember, man. So you have the quail eggs coming for hatching, I'm assuming, and Jersey Giant chicken hatching eggs. So you have eggs getting ready to hatch. Is this your first time raising quail and first time raising chickens? I'm assuming if they're giant chickens, bigger body mass, maybe more better adapted for the cold weather, perhaps. Puff pastry takes hours to make, but well worth it. Yeah, puff pastry I could see might take hours to work, but I feel like phyllo dough, which is the thin puff pastry, you would need like a ridiculous amount of them, and it would be super paper thin. I don't know how that would be done. Yeah, I don't know. Like that would take a lot of time. Like crazy amount of time. Glacier, have you gone to Quail University? I want to know what Quail University is. Urban Harvest, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's another awesome channel supporter and great supporter right there. Definitely connect to Urban Harvest. Just an awesome person. Great supporter. Great content. Really glad I ate before this stream. Alvin Watkins, check you later. If you're heading out, Alvin, I hope you have a great night, man. Oh, hope I didn't miss anything in the chat. Yeah. Somebody showed me how to get rid of those little emojis or whatever once. And then I don't even know if it's worth the effort to do that, to get rid of them. I'd rather just be annoyed that they're in the way. Although I don't think they're in the way. I think it's just not allowing me to scroll up. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Quail can be raised in Alaska easily. That is awesome. That's awesome. I really want to get quail. Yeah. I got to focus and slow down because I want all the animals. I want all the livestock. If I could eat them, if I could eat their eggs, if I could eat them and /or their eggs, I'm all about it. Milk, whatever, milk production, all about, goat milk, sheep milk, cow milk, all about it. I just have so much going on. I just got to slow down and just focus on the animals we do have and the gardening we have going on. It's all in the folding, Colin Verna says. Cool. Not the first time, just the hobbyist. Hey, man, well, that's cool. That's still awesome. Hope it goes well for you, Glacier Shark. Creative redundancy. I got new seeds. Yippee. Well, seeds, man. Creative redundancy. Might seed it in a video. What kind of seeds? Yeah, I want to know. Get dairy goats and dairy sheep. Um, Goats. I probably don't want goats. I've heard goats are like escape artists that try to kill themselves all the time. I don't want goats. Maybe, who knows? It might change my future with more research. Sheep seem to be easier to take care of from what I've seen and heard and read about or whatever. Um, but yeah, I like the idea of some dairy. If like dairy, we get some source of milk on the property, that would kind of round things out and maybe complete a lot of what we're doing. I really would like to make beekeeping a priority. I really would love to have bees. We love honey, and honey is just a great prep. It's a great food source. It's just amazing for you. Could be medicinal. I mean, it's just amazing. What kind of seeds, man? Goats are easier than sheep, in my humble opinion. Interesting. I mean, yeah, everyone's got their own opinion. I just hear, not the best things about goats. But I'm open. Who knows? And as life progresses and we get more established and get certain systems in place and have the money and the time, I would have goats and sheep. I mean, why not? The more, the better. Quail are easy though. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, quail. I like quail. They're delicious. I like that they produce eggs quickly. I like that they are ready for processing quickly. Well, we have chickens, so it's kind of like it would be good, but it doesn't diversify our food folio, our portfolio of food production that much. I think I do. I'm good with it. Becoming a green stalker. I'm good with my dogs. Well, yeah. I was gonna say you can't eat your dogs, but then again, people do eat dogs. We can't have goats here because bears are prevalent. That's crazy. Bears are no joke, man. I mean, bears are serious. I keep you buzz, Colin. Buzzy? I'm not sure what you mean, CR, but I'm with it, man. Whatever you're writing, I'm sure it's probably something awesome because you're a cool person. Depends on the breed of goats, Colin. Interesting. It's a terrace kind of thing. Hello, host. Alvin Watkins sent me here. Welcome. Thank you so much, folks. It's a terrace kind of thing. Give them a warm welcome. Quail are the gateway. I think they say chickens are the gateway. I would say chickens are probably the gateway because more people have chickens than quail. Question mark? Do they? Like chicken's more common. A lot of people say chickens are the gateway, homestead gateway drug. You get a chicken or chickens, and it's just like opens up, thinking about other urban harvest. What about meat rabbits? We have meat rabbits, and I highly recommend them. They are amazing, super easy to raise, and we have them in a little tractor that can move around, so they just eat all the vegetation, and they're amazing. They produce great rabbit pellets or manure, whatever it's called, rabbit manure, which might also be called rabbit pellets, and they're just amazing. Becoming a green stalk, I don't eat meat of any kind. Hey, to each their own, man. I respect that. We are big fans of animal proteins and animal fats in our house. But yeah, just eat whatever you want. That's what freedom's about. Grow lots of beans, grow lots of different things. Lots of, grains if you want. Lots of different vegetables, fruits. Chickens were mine, Grafter Branch Homestead. Yeah, chickens were our livestock, I want to say gateway drug. It's perhaps a negative connotation. But yeah, we got chickens first, and then it was just like, Then we got pigs, and then we got meat rabbits, and now we're just going to keep going. I have Havana rabbits. I love them. Havana rabbits. I'm not sure if I remember you mentioning that, Verna, but I will, like to maybe look them up and read about them. I heard about them. Read about them and hear about them sometime. Kino Bum Bum. Hello, host and all. Hello, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I'm doing, it's a terrace kind of thing. I'm doing very well, becoming a green stalker. How are you? Nice. People chatting, connecting. I like that. At least chatting, making that connection, but hopefully also connecting to one another's channels. That would be awesome. I got the powerful electric fence and shocked the heck out of myself. The dog, the livestock pretty much are shocking all around. Ooh, careful. 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 Urban Harvest. Do you have a fish pond? Yes, well, no. We have a pond, but that's questionable. It's been very dry here in Missouri, even though we live in Ozark region, there's lots of rainfall here. It's drier than usual. And it's a long thing, and I won't say it's a sore subject, but I excavated, if that's the word, a small existing pond on our property once we bought the property. Uh, Flipped over in a backhoe, could have died. It almost fell on top of me. Interesting story. Um, Interesting story, to me at least. But yeah, I excavated. I put bentonite clay down to seal it up, hoping it would hold water. It would hold water sometimes. Please check out. I have a video, actually at least one video of our pond, or we have a video, at least one video of our. We have at least one video of our pond on the channel, advocating for like considering ponds. The problem is, I think I need to terraform a little bit the way water moves across our property, and I got to do some work. I got to open up the little stream, creek, whatever it would be called, that kind of might feed our pond. But having fish in the pond is the next livestock we want, the next protein we want to raise, and I really want to have it happen like this year. I don't want to put. I want to do it naturally. I don't want to put a liner in the pond. I want to have it happen naturally, and I don't want to necessarily spend a lot more money on the bentonite clay because I'm not sure that even worked. So it gets slippery and kind of goes towards the bottom. I put some on the side of the pond and wet it down or whatever, and I'm not sure if it stayed there or not. I'm hoping. I spoke to somebody about stocking the pond, a local person here from a fish hatchery or whatever, and they said let it shake and bake. Those are a compact meat rabbit. Interesting. I don't know if that person meant by shake and bake, like let the pond settle in. But either way, I really hope I can get that pond to hold water. I'll create like an overflow or spillway and try to get some aquatic plants in there. So hopefully I don't have to put a bubbler or anything. I might have to do something anyway, but fish would absolutely be another great thing because our pond, we actually have two ponds on the property. They're both, I don't know, wet weather ponds, if that's the terminology. One of them is kind of, large for us compared to the other pond, but it doesn't fill up that frequently. And then the smaller pond is actually really nicely located near our chicken coop, near our meat rabbits, and near our the beginning of our food forest area. There's stuff growing there, and where we have some raised beds in that area. So it would be great to set up an irrigation thing, get some water from the pond, all that fish manure, great fertilizer. A lot of ideas. So the pond is definitely a priority to get that going. Glacier Shark Outdoors, I've raised white quail and like them the best. So I ordered more of those A&M white quail. That's a Texas A&M or something. White quail for this batch. Interesting. How many more watch hours do you need, host? Are we close to 4K? Kino Bum Bum. Well, we are not. We are not. We're like, I don't know, 1,300 and change, 1,350, something like that. Approaching 1,400. I want to get to the 3,000 so I can get that first stage of monetization, which I found out is it does not preclude, or I don't know what the word, prohibit from that second stage of monetization if you sign up for the first level monetization. So I got to get the 3,000 hours. How much land do you own? 7 acres. 7 acres, which is a humble amount of land compared to a lot of people here in Missouri. Some people have like crazy 20 acres, 40 acres, 50, 100 plus acres. 7 acres, I feel, is more than enough property for us to do pretty much everything we want to on it. And coming from New York, where we had a little front yard and an even smaller backyard than our front yard, we just feel blessed to have this property. We are blessed to have this property, and it's amazing. Swales, terraforming, water irrigation, all that type of stuff. Swales, I have to research more about swales, but whatever it is, I'm all about it. That helps us hold water on the property, great. That helps us direct water on the property, great. Also, you have to pressure the bottom of the pond so that it will hold water better. That is one reason some people get pigs. Yeah, like pressure as far as like packing it in. I've heard that. I've also heard where we are, because we have a kind of rocky clay soil. So I've heard that people just dig holes and they just fill up with water. So we have pigs. So, um, would cattail grow there? I'm not sure. I feel like I've seen it. The lake that's very very close to our house. So I assume maybe. I don't want to say. I remember for sure. Glacier Shark Outdoors. I like your channel, Grafted Branch Homestead. I'm going to watch those quail videos. Awesome, awesome. Kino Bum Bum. Oh, okay. I'll replay all the videos again. Oh, that would be super helpful, Kino Bum Bum. I do appreciate that, and I'll make sure I stop by and show support and I reciprocate as well. That would be really awesome because watch hours is very important for us right now to get to that monetization. Yes, Texas A&M engineered quail. They're supersized quail and docile. I think, but I'm not an expert. Okay, cool, interesting. Yeah, jumbo white quail. Verna is very, very knowledgeable when it comes to raising quail. Yeah, jumbo white quail are usually English whites, as A&M program stopped about 20 years ago. Grafted Branch Homestead says, thanks. I'm assuming to Glacier Shark. That's cool. Hopefully you get dragonflies too. We have lots of dragonflies, actually, from what I remember. Becoming a green stalker. Guys and gals, wishing you all the best. I need sleep. Enjoy your evening. Thank you so much for becoming a green stalker. Thank you so much for becoming a green stalker. Not stalker. Stalker. Green stalker. You're awesome. Thanks for coming by. I'll try to stop by your place soon and show some support as well. Really appreciate that. Grafted Branch Homestead. I'll run your playlist at night. That's awesome. I do have to add to the playlist. I always set up the one playlist. I've had the advice, folks. I'm not joking when I say I don't have time. I mean, I can make time. It could be an excuse, but I'm a very, very busy person. I usually work 6 days a week, and on Sundays, I really do try to make Sunday about God first, family second, and even then, I find myself being kind of busy. Yeah, from wake up to go to sleep, pretty busy. I will like to add more playlists, and I know that'll be a great way for people to just click and play, I believe, to get help with those watch hours. Verna, me too, Colin, as I have 2,144 watch hours. All right, Verna. Well, I'm gonna try to stop by and show support too. I really should try to make it over to your channel as soon as possible. I bought my quail advertisement, Texas A&M. I buy all my hatching eggs from eBay with good success. That's cool. Kino Bum Bum. No worries. I enjoyed researching them all anyway. Rewatching them all anyway. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Kino, are you a man? Or are you a woman? I don't want to just assume you're a man and call you a man in case you're a female. Glacier Shark Outdoors. Whoa, God first. Excellent. Yes, sir. Absolutely. As for our home, you know, in our home, we serve the Lord first and foremost. And then family, and then community. Try to, you know, always about God first. You know, we go to church every Sunday, and try to focus on God throughout the day, and you know, just make God first. It's not just Sunday; it's every day. And you know, I do not work on Sundays. It's something my wife and I have drawn that line in the sand. We don't do it. I'll never go back to it. I think that the biblical instruction, people can get into a whole theological debate as whether it's Saturday or Sunday or either way is fine. I'm not even going to go there. But God's commandment to tell us to rest is very, very important, because we should focus on God, and we should take that day to also self-reflect, maybe, and also to rest, because people need rest. It's very important. Grafted Branch Homestead, amen. Creative redundancy. Are you doing indoor plants? In short, yes. Not as many as usual by this time. I don't know if it was by this time last year, years before. We've been here about 3 years in Missouri. Yeah, I mean, right now we've got our citrus trees. We have Meyer lemons, key limes growing, and they've all produced. We brought them inside. They're still thriving. And yeah, we've got Kino Bum Bum, amen to that. Yes, amen. I've seen the cans. Creative redundancy. What cans? You mean the pots, the growing pots or something? Grafted Branch Homestead, amen. That's right, amen. Base place. What state are you in, Colin? I am in Missouri. I'm gonna check my memory now. Verna, please, if I'm I was gonna say Michigan, Verna, and then now I'm gonna say Ohio. Is that where you're at? Ohio, Verna? When I say Verna, I'm talking to Vay's place. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff I want to bring indoors. I want to get stuff planted. I have, I really enjoy growing over the winter. There's something, I love gardening. I am so passionate about gardening. I love it. There's really something beautiful and amazing about, especially from seed, in my opinion, planting and watching grow. Input, output, task, reward systems in the brain, what it does to the endocrine system, what it does for our endocrine system, what it does for our psychology. Seeing plants growing inside our house in the middle of the winter when the snow's outside and it's like negative whatever degrees is just awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it. I mean, like, gardening is just therapeutic. It's just incredible. Yep, Southwest Ohio. I remembered you need a greenhouse. Well, I need a greenhouse. I don't know if I need a greenhouse. I want a greenhouse really bad. Very, very expensive, and I don't necessarily have the time or the money right now to even get the stuff to kind of build my own. But I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about some improvised stuff and just kind of building our own, setting up something. But yeah, a greenhouse would be great. We grow some stuff really quite well. We have a garden room in our house, or a gardening room, not a garden room, whatever, gardening room in our house. And I'll take some videos. You can look in our previous videos. I've got some videos. You can see that room, and I packed that thing, and you could barely walk around. I packed that thing with containers. And when it's gardening season, I'm getting ready to transplant things outside and get some seeds going. The whole floor is covered, pretty much, in seedling trays, and it's awesome to me. I have green onion in the window. Awesome, CR. That's what's up. Random, unsolicited advice. If you folks are not familiar with walking onions, Egyptian walking onions, I'm not sure if they're all the same or if they're all walking onions are Egyptian walking onions, but we'll go with Egyptian walking onions because I believe those are the ones that I have, and maybe the other ones I got are Egyptian walking onions. I think I got them from 2 different places. Maybe I also got some from a person or people, but the walking onions are incredible because they're just so resilient. You plant them and you have green onions forever. They produce little bulbils on top, which are kind of like little mini onions. And they're perennials. You plant them and you've got onions forever. That's it. They're kind of like slowly invasive, so be careful, whatever. Grafted Branch Homestead writes, I like that you have to be patient with growing. Life is so rushed that plants do what they do. Wow. Well said, and I agree 100%. We've got to go with God's timing. When things are supposed to happen, they're supposed to happen. There's no rushing. We've got to go with what nature does. Glacier Shark Outdoors. I have a rose bush under a 650-watt grow light. It's amazing. It has 20 blooms right now. That's awesome. That's so awesome. That's awesome. Creative redundancy. I posted a small container garden video. Green onion is there. Awesome. Well, I think like scallions have like green onions. There's Lisbon. There's evergreen bunching onions, which are great. I don't know if they're perennials. I don't know if they release the seeds or what they do, the little bowls of seeds or whatever. They don't walk. They're not like walking onions that produce the bulbils on top of that fall over and then they root. But evergreen bunching onions, I believe one type is called Lisbon, perhaps. I'm assuming from like Lisbon, Portugal, I believe. I think Lisbon's in Portugal. They're great. Evergreen bunching onions are great, like little scallions, the little onions on the bottom. I've grown those in the past. Love them. Kino Bum Bum. Almost winter there, right? Yeah, but not really, actually. We probably got another month or so. Winter really doesn't really start as far as like typical winter season, what is it? This 21st or something like that. It was technically December 21st. Is that it? Is when it's technically winter. Here we're in Zone 6B. But as far as winter weather, cold weather, freezing weather, and like snow, I'd say January, but it could happen in December. Oh, Glacier Shark Outdoors. Get walking onions, man. Get them. They're awesome. And they're so amazing. I love them because like they surprise me. They're all dead. I planted some in the food forest. They're all dead, dried out, whatever. Didn't water them. Come back however much later, days, weeks later, months later. They're there, totally fine. They're thriving right now. You've had freezing weather. Beautiful, nice, rich, lush green scallions growing. Just amazing. Um, Creative Redundancy says green onion has vitamin C, I think. That's awesome if they do. December 20th is the first day of winter usually. Awesome. Okay. So I was thinking 21st or 20th. Okay. Is that winter solstice? Is that what's that called? I love walking onions. They're the best. I got mine from Papa Pepper last year. So resilient. Yeah. No, they're just amazing. Amazing. Oh, and garlic is still hanging in. Cool. Yeah, we've got our garlic going, and our plants are right in front of our front steps. They've, I don't know, some of them maybe 4 inches, some of them maybe 6 inches, maybe a little more. But they're growing. I actually today just mulched around them with some leaves. I think mostly oak leaves. Not that I'm not sure if it makes much of a difference, but yeah, I'm assuming there's different nutrient profiles in different leaves, or different amounts of nutrients in different leaves. Yeah, just threw a bunch of leaves down, crunched some up. Hopefully that'll be good, and then hopefully come spring they will do their thing and continue growing, and then hopefully harvest in the summer. Maybe leave some as long as I can in the ground and try to, you know, harvest garlic and have more garlic in perpetuity every year. That's the goal. Can't grow oranges, but green onions next best option. Creative Redundancy, where are you again? Please remind me, because you say can't, and I have sometimes a gardening the word can't. I don't like it. Totally went to take a bite of baklava and missed. Glacier Shark, good live. I'm going to surf out of here. See y'all later. Take it easy. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. You're awesome. I do appreciate it. Folks, please check out Glacier Shark Outdoors. I feel like you folks should be connected to his channel if you're not already connected. He's just a great supporter. Super interesting. Great content. I mean, he lives in Alaska and just a beautiful, beautiful place. And he's like professional fisherman and just super cool channel. Vase place. After first snow, I will be putting a lot of quail poo in my planters to feed the plants for next year. Awesome, Berna. Awesome. Maybe with the greenhouse. Well, check this out. We live in Missouri, and we live in a very. Oh wait, CR. I'm thinking Canada, man. Are you in Canada? I'm trying to my memory. Are you in Canada? That might be tough. I'm not sure. Canada's a big place, so it could be. Well, we live in Missouri, and it gets very cold. Like a couple of years ago, it was like negative 18 or negative 22 degrees in the winter. Just bring your stuff inside, man. We have, if you have the space and if you can, we have big pots, Meyer lemons, key limes, thriving. Put them out whenever it's warm. Bring them in when it gets cold. In that transitional season, this is work, and that is why it might be foolish and not worth the investment of my time and energy. It might just be crazy of me, but whenever spring isn't quite there, but it's a sunny day, maybe a little warm, I'll bring them outside. Maybe gets a little cold, bring them back in. It's a lot of work. I'm doing it like over a sliding glass door or through a sliding glass door onto our deck and bringing it back in. But when it gets warm, I can leave them outside for the whole rest of the spring, all summer, however much of the fall, bring them in for most of the winter, and just amazing. I can see CR, I can see negative 40 here. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. I'm telling you, see what you can do inside, man. You'd be really, really, really surprised. Even if you have a garage or something, if as long as it's relatively warm, stays in the 50s, maybe, you could, I feel like you could probably grow some citrus, man. Give it a shot. Basically, same with figs, Colin. Well, like bringing them inside and outside. Figs are just awesome. There's like Chicago cold hardy figs, and there's different types of figs that are just amazing. I want to grow figs, but it's all just money and time. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'll be straight up with you folks. I mean, I shouldn't even preface that because if you folks get to know me, I'm gonna be straight up with you anyway. I bought plants this year. I bought plants. I bought asparagus roots, maybe strawberry plants, different types of trees, and they ended up dying because I didn't have time or make the time to plant them. And it's sad, but that's what happened. But I tried. Um, yeah, I mean, really, really, really upsets me that I bought some from a nursery here in Missouri, bought plants and trees, whatever, and just however many of them didn't even plant them, and it's sad. It's a waste of money, and just try again next year. Crafted Branch Homestead, CR usually in February. Oh, okay, it was almost 50 today. Oh, all right. Well, sounds like might be kind of warm compared to -40. Crafted Branch Homestead. It would be worth a shot. I don't know anyone out here that has success. Too dry in temp swings, but if I put it on a dolly, maybe. That's what I'm saying. That's smart. A dolly is like something you can move around, right? I was thinking of those like I thought about that, man. Even I thought about even like inventing things. They probably already exist, but little circular ones for pots to move around. To I lived in New York. I might have thought of it because I was moving these pots around to maximize the sun in our property to give them sun exposure. And I was like, if I could put these things on little things for wheels and just move them around, so much easier. Thinking about trying to get a little ramp to go over like the lip or whatever that's called from our garden room to through the sliding glass door onto the deck. I got to spend more time focusing on making things easier instead of just being a grunt and doing it. But yeah, I was thinking those like things that vehicle mechanics lie on and go under vehicles. Hey, put something on those things, move them around. But those are probably expensive too, actually, unless you make your own. Vase place, yep, inside and outside. If you bring them in the winter, you will get more than one harvest from them each year. That's cool. Yeah, that's another thing I discuss in some of our previous videos. Is one of the benefits of container gardening is you can extend your growing seasons and you can really maximize it. You can kind of, and also that the end of the growing season, the beginning of the growing season, where it's kind of hot or warm or cold, hot and cold, whatever. You could bring them in, bring them out, bring them in, bring them out, and yeah, and then when they're I believe in natural sunlight. Grow lights are great, whatever. Natural sunlight is best, I believe. And they got full spectrum and all that. Natural sunlight, I think, is best. And then if you do have grow lights, you're going to need good quality grow lights. There's still electricity and still an investment in the lights themselves and setup and all that. So yeah, we have cheap little single bulb General Electric grow lights that are, I'm assuming, limited spectrum. I don't remember. But yeah, even if we get a few more weeks of our plants just growing, producing, we've got citrus ready to pick already, and some stuff that's already been ready to pick. And yeah, just having it be warm enough, I'm assuming, will just help them keep them going and help that the fruit be just better, make more sugars perhaps. Yeah, they have those, Colin. Yeah, maybe I figured they should. I mean, it makes sense. It seems like common sense. Just have something you can move them around. Might have even seen them before, but I don't know. I just feel like everything's just a lot of things are just expensive. I don't have the discretionary funds to just be like, yeah, let me buy like 40 mobile things for our pots. We have a lot of containers. I have a picture of a blooming sunflower with snow. That's cool. Vase Place. Thanks, Kino. Vase Place and Creative Redundancy official. Your fans too. Awesome. Done Connect. Awesome. Awesome. Vase Place. It is best, but when you are in an apartment, you have to do what you can. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, natural sunlight is best. Doing anything the natural way, I think, is best. But yeah, do what you can, and we do what we can, and we use our little grow lights. And I'm not sure how much they help and how much they work, but with our seedlings, with our starters, we have those grow lights on, and I just move them around. And I don't know if you folks have seen. I got previous videos. We have previous videos of like our indoor gardening, and I talk about like I take the seedlings and to maximize space and sun light exposure, not sun exposure. Well, unless it's through the window, but I'm not sure if that's even the same as just not through a window. But probably knew that at some point, but might have forgot it. Maybe I knew that at some point. But yeah, like I'll actually take the seedling trays and put them on the pots where there's nothing growing, like this base of the plant, all that space, that's growing real estate. So I'll put the seedling trays there, around there, and even hanging off the side of the containers, the pots, just to get more packed into that room and to get more of them exposed to the light because the light only reaches so far. Might be difficult to explain what I mean verbally. There's a lot of earth ships out here by me, and I've always thought a greenhouse slash house incorporation would be cool. Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting things that could be done. Earth ships, I think I've heard of that. I'm kind of not knowledgeable. I might want to assume that that's just digging into the earth. I've heard of, like, just digging down to get that steady year-round temperature and putting a greenhouse on that. I've heard of stuff like that. CR, barely start of winter, and I want the spring. I want spring to garden. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Colin, you can always make those by using wheels and recycled pallets. Yeah, I'm sure there's ways of doing it. Again, that's the time component besides the money component, and also the wheels. There's the money component, but that would definitely be cheaper. Definitely something to consider. It's a great idea, Verna. Definitely a good idea. Yeah, it'd be really cool. I'd like to also put some wheels on our rabbit tractor. Right now it's kind of heavy and I have to pick this thing up and like shift it over and stuff. And it's having some wheels on that would be great, but I would have them set up in a way that I could like lock them in an up position and then put them down, because I don't want them down so that it elevates the rabbit tractor. And then I don't know, maybe it would be more likely for unwanted pests or snakes or whatever to get in there. Although they could maybe get in there anyway if they burrowed underneath, because the flooring of the rabbit tractor has some holes that are, I don't know, maybe 3 by 4 or something like that. 3 inches by 4 inches in size. So I'm sure snakes could get in there. They could probably burrow underneath or whatever. They and Colin both do microgreens. I do not do microgreens. I would like to. I would love to. I sprout alfalfa seeds, alfalfa sprouts, in a mason jar with a strainer lid. That's awesome. They're delicious. Sunflower microgreens. I believe I've had them, and I believe I really like them a lot. Trying to remember the one microgreen that I had that was delicious. It was I don't know, it was a mustard green of some sort. It was like peppery. It was oh, I want to remember. Delicious. Great flavor. I don't want to say arugula or something like that. Arugula is peppery, but if I remember, I'll try to, I don't know, maybe bring it up on another live if I remember to bring it up on another live stream. Bay's Place. On my community page, I have a post where you can ask me any question. I'll answer them Wednesday evening live stream. Very cool. Very cool. I just started, really. AFK. What does AFK mean? Grafted Branch Homestead, I do have to run. Have a good evening, man, and everyone. Thanks for the chat. Look forward to watching. Thanks, Matt. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you stopping by, showing support. I'll try to swing by your place soon to show support as well. Away from keyboard. There you go. Thank you, CR. Thank you for teaching me that. That's awesome. So, yeah, I mean, overall, we're producing more and more food on the homestead, I think. It just seems that in certain ways, I don't want to say failed, because we tried, but I feel like with the gardening, we did not do as much as I would like to this year. And the restaurant, we opened this restaurant and took over this restaurant, acquired this restaurant in like July. And this has been taking so much of our time. This week I should have baby bunnies. Awesome, 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 awesome. Yeah, I want to breed our rabbits again before the winter, before it gets really cold, hoping that they will have enough time to. I mean, yeah, we breed them now. They'll have I don't know, it might be tough. Maybe 4 to 6 weeks before it starts getting really cold. Wow, new words for me too. The winter squash was a fail here. yeah, I was just not happy. I didn't really get many things planted in our. I just was doing too little at a time. I didn't have a lot of like large blocks of time where I had like a few hours where I could just focus on a task. It was like do a little here, do a little there, and then I wasn't really as maybe as organized as I'd like to be. I didn't plant the volume of things that I'd like to plant. And our two in-ground garden beds, I just one of them I only planted some huckleberry plants, which they got completely decimated, just destroyed by whatever animal or animals and slash or insects. I don't know, destroyed them. And I had like one that survived, and then I was gonna dig it out before frost, but apparently frost then killed it. Then killed it. So I put those one of the garden beds to rest today, and just by raking some leaves on top, I've been throwing organic matter on top of it. The other one, I'm gonna try to get that to rest for the winter. Oh, okay. Yeah, Verna. Yeah, they whoever taught me before. Oh, CR taught me that AFK means away from keyboard, but BAK back at keyboard. I did not know that. Thank you for explaining. Because I saw you wrote that before, back, and I was like, whatever. JFK means just freaking dies. Oh, as in laughing. Gotcha. That's kind of morbid. JFK just dies. I mean, I don't know if that's a double entendre there or something. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't laugh at that. I thought back meant back. Yeah, I mean back. There you go. So yeah, I am very motivated, very, very, very motivated, and you know, one of the reasons we subscribe to this lifestyle and we live this way that we live is because we want to produce as much of our own food as possible. We are preppers. We want to be more self-sufficient, more self-reliant, and that could, with food prices being the way they are, it's kind of scary. And not scary, but it's concerning, let's say, to say the least. And with food just being poisoned and being highly toxic, and we are vehemently against GMOs, and just the direction of food in general, it's horrible. It's horrible, and we want food security, and that's a priority for us, and we will definitely try to keep focusing on that. I just like sunflowers in general. CR, I do too. I absolutely love them. They're amazing. They're beautiful. There's just something about them. Um, I grow, we grow. Everything I do is we do together, and we do a lot of the stuff together. I'm a little more hands on with the gardening, or a lot more hands on with the gardening and the livestock. But sunflowers, we grow Russian mammoth sunflowers, and they're huge, huge seed heads, lots of seeds. They're just huge. They can grow like 8, 10 feet or even taller. I mean, they're huge. My end, we just say BG, background, just silent watching. Oh, all right. Colin, I can't eat store-bought beef. All I taste is a meat glue in the meat. Oh, that's yeah. It's horrible what they do to foods. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And if you do your research, it's just mind blowing. Mind blowing. Um, and a lot of the stuff, science will try to always catch up to things that happen. So a lot of the things that we already know are horrible, they didn't think were horrible 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. We know they're horrible now. There's a lot of things we don't know are horrible now, and we're going to find out. A lot of those things will be horrible. I mean, that's history. Um, just go all natural whenever possible. That's the way to go. But yeah, I'm really hoping that the restaurant can be more. I can be more hands off with the restaurant, but being that it's a we're new here. We just acquired this business recently. I'm putting a lot of hours in. So we are hiring people. We've trained some people. We've got some great people that are capable, able, and I believe willing. So hopefully I'll be able to step back more and focus on the homestead. Because at the end of the day, we want to make as much money as possible in this horrible system, with this fiat currency, to use that money, which is fake money, and try to turn it into real assets: land, food, water, tools, equipment, buildings, livestock, seeds, freedom tools, freedom seeds. Um, yeah. USDA allow many things that other governments ban because of what it does to your health. Yeah, there's so many horrible things. Um, so many horrible things in food. It's just a lot of horrible things. Seeds, yeah, seeds are wealth. Seeds are wealth, and seeds, can produce that biblical wealth. I say biblical wealth because I remember, from what I've read of the Bible, just you know, there's a lot of discussion in the Bible about gardening and livestock, and you know, I definitely gardening, and I believe livestock. I'm trying to recall where in the Bible it discussed that, but it discusses that. But it's like the multiplication of wealth. If you think of a seed, planting that seed, growing that plant, and how many seeds you can get from the next plant, with the plant that grows, it's just multiplicative. It really is like exponential. Um, harvest seeds and replant, harvest seeds and replant, and yeah, it's just incredible. And you can actually create wealth, and you're producing your own food, whether through livestock, gardening, whatever. You could eat it. That's money saved. You could sell it. That's money made. You could barter. That's value captured. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. He says it as I type seeds. And then feed the needy. For sure. For sure. Absolutely. Yep. We want to produce enough food to, make sure our family is well. And then after our family, help others. It means help people in the community. And not to be negative, because it's not negative, I would call it realistic, is I have my view of where the world is going and what will happen. I would say what will happen, the continuation of what has already happened and what will continue to happen and will accelerate. We're going to be accelerating towards a really bad place worldwide. America is really going to face some tough times. Not going to get into why. Let's just say it's almost a lifetime of studying ad nauseum makes me believe that, and also being alive and awake and paying attention. So yeah, the world that I see could very much look like us feeding people passing by that are starving, feeding our neighbors, taking care of people, and we would love to do that because I think I think what all preppers should try to do is first and foremost, well, all people in general should put God first, and then they should, after God, then their families should put their families in that second place spot. After that second place spot, community, extended family, friends, neighbors, strangers, help people. And prepping is something that people should, again, try to take care of themselves first, but they should also focus on being able to help others. To help people, you have to be strong and capable. You can't be weak and drowning, literally and or figuratively, and try to help other people swim, survive. You can't be starving and giving away food. You have to be strong. You have to be capable. You have to be able to help others. People can have their own philosophies. That's a fact. It's a fact. That's not something people can even argue. You have to be healthy and well to help others, to a certain level, at least. Long list is looking at the stuff they add to cereal targeted towards children, then they wonder why American children have so many problems. Absolutely, Verna. I hear more about biochar. Biochar is amazing. If you don't buy the food, someone else can. Sure, keeping more food in the shelves, which will still sell out probably quickly anyways in a real disaster scenario. But yes, It allows other people access by us not buying that food because we've got food, hopefully. But in order for us to have that food, we still have to buy the food. So, I mean, there's a whole different philosophical discussion about hoarding. I don't think hoarding is inherently bad. I think if people, there's a respect level and like, hey, don't buy the last of certain things and stuff like that. Leave some for other people in general. But it's the people who do not prep and do not hoard when there's no disaster that are the people who end up hoarding. I don't even want to go into that subject. Preppers are not the problem. People who do not prep create the problems. Preppers do not create the problems. I don't say preppers are not the problem because preppers are not people are not things. So I don't say preppers are not the problem, but preppers do not create the problems. It's people who don't have the foresight and do the planning and who do not prepare that create problems for society, especially in disaster scenarios. I'm surprised how homeless populations are increasing there. Where do you mean? I mean, where are the homeless populations increasing? I know like certain places it's like, like San Francisco in America, like lots and lots of homeless people. New York, where we're from, lots and lots of homeless people. The ants' ways. I'm not sure what you mean by the ants' ways. Verna writes, spiritual belief is important, then family, then community. I agree. God first, family second, community third. Kino Bum Bum, very well said. I'm not sure if that was meant for me or for someone else, but if you're saying very well said to me, Kino Bum Bum, thank you. You can always go with the barter system. Absolutely. That's a great point, Verna. And bartering is a great way to keep, I'll be careful what I say. Can't say too much here. The bartering is a good way to help keep the wealth with people and to trade value without a medium of exchange. Great. Didn't buy toilet paper in 2020 here. Interesting. Custom screen printing. Hello, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, screen. In the States, around here, they don't even have shelters for homeless. Aw. Yeah, it's heartbreaking, and it's really sad because folks, if you follow, and I'm not going to try to go into this too much. If you follow inflation, the consumer price index is a basket of goods that they measure the prices of, average prices, or whatever. Inflation, real inflation, is way higher than the media and the powers that be are telling people. There's so many independent researchers, supporters, and just regular people day to day that are showing that inflation for certain things, like food, for example, is up, like compared to, let's say 5 years ago, up 20, 30, 40, 50 plus %. I just watched a video of a short, this guy buying exactly what he could have bought in like 2021 or something like that, or 2020, or whenever it was. I'll try to find the video and let you folks know next time. Compared to now. And it was like way more. It was like $80, like 190 something. It was something crazy. And I don't want to quote anything or claim anything, but the point was, is a person buying the same stuff they bought however many years ago? I'm not talking 80 years ago. I'm talking like within 5 to 10 years. Yeah, it's insane because incomes are not keeping up with that. They're not. And it's just it's ridiculous. I mean, for me, I own a restaurant. I've been in the restaurant industry. I pay attention to food prices. Besides being in the restaurant industry, we cook at home. We don't go out to eat all the time like some people. We cook at home. So I pay attention to food prices. I can tell you, food prices are crazy. That's not including shrinkflation. Smaller amounts of food. Even if they keep the prices the same, giving you less volume. And people are so stupid. I'll use that word, which is mean, but I'm going to use it. People are so stupid and / or willfully ignorant. They don't even realize this stuff is happening. They're just swiping the card, giving the money. throw it in the cart, not looking at they're getting, 2/3 the amount of the food they were getting for 30% more money than they were 4 years ago. Mind blowing. Insurances have gone up, like car insurance, for example. How property insurance has gone up. This is all facts. You can look this stuff up. Car and vehicle insurances. I mean, they sent us like kind of an apology email from one of our insurance agent, just talking about how, yeah, supply and demand was part of the reason, but um, it goes up for collision repair shops, body shops. Their prices have gone up. Insurances have gone up. Ants way. They always gather food before the rain falls. Absolutely. I just posted a video talking about autumn thoughts in the Ozarks, and it's just like seasonally, even the seasons of life. There's the seasons, like autumn, winter, spring, summer. There's also seasons of life, different periods of time that we go through that are just different in our lives, individually or in the collective, like a family's life, life in a certain community. But there's seasons in life. And I mentioned in the video, to go back to what I was saying, I mentioned in the video that I just posted, I think it might have been today, was just discussing watching wildlife. Think about what animals do in the winter. I'm sorry, in the autumn to prepare for winter. There's a sense of urgency. There's a sense of urgency to prepare, to fatten up, to get that food put away, stored, hidden, consumed, to fatten up, getting shelter ready. We should follow our natural cycles. We should follow our natural instincts, our circadian rhythm, and prepare. And that's summer, fall, winter, spring. And that's also transitions in life, seasons of life, economic seasons, political seasons. Politics are all garbage, by the way. Don't follow politics. It's all garbage. You're all being fooled. Straight up. Whole different discussion. Just saying. A few ounce or grams less is still a shrink. I advertise the family businesses instead of corporations. That's great, Verna. That's great. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's more than just being nice and support local, support small businesses. If we don't support brick and mortar businesses like the one I'm sitting in, the one that I own here, I was just talking about this with a couple of employees earlier. They're centralizing and arresting control of all business, including food production. If you look at like meat processing plants and stuff like that, and all the cattle producers and there was like way more, multiple times more. If you go back like even 20, 40, 50 years ago. Now it's down to like a few. They have like a monopoly and a complete control of the food system. It's mind blowing, not good. And I like, convenience, for example, when it comes to business, like, Amazon. Sure, I use Amazon, but whenever possible, I'd rather support a local business. And you can support, directly and / or indirectly, whatever, small businesses. But the problem is when the government gets involved with business, and they become very, you have crony capitalism, and they get too cozy with businesses, and then they essentially become like the government, and then that's the problem. That's a big problem. And if you folks are fine with, one corporation controlling all the meat in America, that's a problem, because they can do whatever they want to the food then. No checks and balances, no audits, nothing. They do whatever they want. No shopping around. No price comparison. folks. Competition combined with incentive to make a profit. Um, you know, that's the way we should be doing things. But the competition is going to make other businesses try to provide better products and/or services at a better rate than their competitors. It's very simple. When they control everything, there's no competition. They can do whatever they want, charge whatever prices they want, give you whatever products and/or services they want. Bad news. Bad news. Custom screen printing. I thought I would come in and say hello and give you a thumbs up and share you out in my community tab. Thank you so much, Custom Screen Printing. I'll try to stop by your place to show support soon. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Very kind of you. Vase place, blessings all. Have a couple of chores to do before bed. Well, thank you, Verna. I hope you stay well, and I really appreciate you. You're always awesome. You're always active in the chat, always showing support, always educating people, and you're just super awesome. I do appreciate you stopping by. Have a great night. Less bright. Oh, CR, by the way, I recognize just right now you're talking a few ounces or grams less is still a shrink. Yeah, it is still shrink. Creative redundancy, less bright. What do you mean by less bright? Dibin, what's up, Dibin? How are you? Growing your own potatoes can save some money, just saying. Absolutely. For sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, and potatoes are just a great, easy to grow food. And they're versatile. You can cook them many different ways. Love growing potatoes. Frying Pan Army, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another great channel right there. Great supporter. Frying Pan Army is awesome. Custom screen printing. What kind of business do you run? We own a restaurant. My wife and I own a restaurant along with my business partner and his wife. My wife and I own the restaurant with my business partner and his wife own the restaurant. But my wife and I also have a consulting business that is our personal businesses, just my wife and I, and that is something that we are focused on growing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We like it. We like the restaurant industry. I mean, I do. My wife does also. She likes food. She's a foodie and all that. She's very knowledgeable. I think she likes the business. I mean, she's all about it. So yeah. She did not have the experience that I have. She does not have the experience that I have in the restaurant industry, but my wife is very smart and very business-minded and just a very task-oriented, hardworking person. She's awesome. I grow the potatoes in buckets. It's easier. I mean, yeah, 5-gallon buckets, Dibin. What I recommend, Dibin, by the way, speaking of easy, I would say you can get, I'm going to say maybe, I don't know, similar or just as good of a success. You can have similar success or just as good of success or maybe even better success growing in grow bags. I really like grow bags. Hold on, what's going on here? Something weird happening with the computer there. Oh, happy it didn't shut down. Might have thought the battery was having an issue there. It's charging right now. So, grow bags. 5-gallon containers might be great because you could mount up the soil after they grow for potatoes, and you have a good depth, so it might be good. As far as the width, I'm not sure how many how that would limit the amount of potatoes and / or the size of potatoes because it's not that wide. So grow bags are great because they're super cheap. And they have ones that are pretty deep, maybe as deep as 5-gallon buckets, close to it, and much wider. And they're kind of portable, a little heavy. I've ripped them because probably too heavy when I tried to move them, or it's too aggressive or whatever. Too heavy and too aggressive maybe. But yeah, I really recommend grow bags. They're just awesome. That's what we grew ours in. CR. This thing is not letting me scroll up. That's no fun. I missed something. Forgot what I asked you or what I didn't. was I thinking? What did you write? I know what you mean by the S word. I'm just trying to think of what you. I missed something. Less bright. What did I miss? Oh, well, I missed. I missed it. Less bright. I grow potatoes in buckets. I saw that. Now I can't scroll down. That's super annoying. Yep, that's annoying. Do not understand why that's happening. Whatever. Hopefully I'm not missing anything in the chat. I feel like I am right now. Hopefully I can see it soon. Maybe if I write something, it'll scroll it down and move it down to the bottom. Very annoying. Very annoying. Either way, yeah. I'm trying to remember the name of the channel. There was a great. I don't remember the name of the channel. If I remember it, I'll try to share it in another live stream if I remember to share it. But there's a channel that I saw very thorough when it came to growing potatoes. And I'm a very visual person, and say something in Nancy's Homestead, maybe, like suburban or urban homestead. The gentleman, I think, is like a retired engineer or was an engineer or something, or is an engineer, and he just drew diagrams of growing potatoes. And I think he did it in 5-gallon buckets, and it was just very good as far as the measurements and how much and when to add more soil and all that. And it was just an excellent video. If I remember, see if I can look it up. Nancy and Hollis, maybe. Maybe that's it. Let's see. Let's see if that's it. Oh, it allowed me to move now. All right, trying to grow it into a business I'm still working on. I have to go get some sleep soon. That's awesome, custom screen printing. You're saying that you're trying to grow, I'm assuming you're screen printing into a business. That's great. I tried growing a mint plant and it died. What? A mint plant frying pan army? I've got so much mint. I'm going to give you some. So much mint. Mint is like invasive. We have a massive amount of, I think it's called like apple mint on our property, which I don't know if it's apple mint or if it's just some type of mint or spearmint or whatever. Or I think, which one's more common, spearmint or peppermint? I want to say spearmint. Could be incorrect though. Yeah, it's so mint is just great. Once you get it going, it's great. YouTube's been weird lately. Well, I don't know what's going on, but that was annoying. YouTube like playing with your computer and your live stream. Have a good night. Have a great night, custom screen printing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. Let me see. Okay, so that channel. Let's see. Nancy Homestead, Hollis. Okay, potatoes. Let's see if I can find this video. Okay, I believe this is the video. Not sure this is the specific one I was thinking of, but it's how to grow potatoes in containers, complete step-by-step growing guide. And the channel is Hollis and Nancy's Homestead. Hollis and Nancy's Homestead. Not sure if that's a specific one, or perhaps it's how to grow potatoes in 5-gallon bucket. But I believe that's the channel though. It's Hollis and Nancy's Homestead. I just remember it's a random recommendation there. I just remember being impressed with that video. So it was brought up, so I figured I'd share it. Peppermint from my end grows wild, actually. Wow, that's cool. we have so much mint on our property, and it's great because I was like feeding it to the chickens and all that. We, my wife actually, if she gets a video posted soon, I hope she does. She made a video or a video showing how she made homemade ice cream, and she made, I believe, mint. It was mint chocolate chip. I don't say I believe because I think I remember it was chocolate chips in there because she knows I like mint chocolate chip. She made mint chocolate chip ice cream, and she made it with mint from our property. It was super cool. CR listening via Bluetooth. AFK for a bit though. See, now I'm cool, CR. I know AFK means away from keyboard. Now I know things. Frying pan army. My brother-in-law ran over my mint plant with the lawnmower, so I guess that makes a huge difference even when I marked it. Oh no! I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing. Should not laugh at that. Sorry, frying pan army. Aw. That guy, your brother-in-law, I know that guy. Ran over your mint plant. Sorry to hear that. Seriously though, if you want some mint, I'll give you some. I can even maybe dig up some plants and just give you some or whatever. For sure, really, I could do that. Aw. He said something funny before. You were like, "Oh, my mint plant died or whatever," and it died. Well, being run over, that'll do it. That might do it. Then again, it is mint. Sorry for talking with my while I was chewing, folks. I should not do that. Probably just try and keep the chat going. But mint is so resilient. Who knows? Maybe it'll just grow back or something. But yeah, I actually will probably have to maybe this year try to keep an eye on our mint because I really don't want it taking over like any more of our property. Really, got this one area. I kind of want to keep it there. Okay, I'm going to BG now. Just watching silent on the background. I'm assuming that's what BG means. Maybe that was explained earlier. Maybe I don't remember that one. If it was, need to edit my charity vlog. Nice meeting new channels again. Awesome. Kino Bum Bum, I will stop by and show support soon. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. I'm probably going to close this up soon, close this up shortly. So, yeah. So much to get done. Today was a really great day. I got outside, got to take care of our livestock, and there's a little bit of gardening stuff, a little bit cleaning up. I got to do some demolition in one of our bathrooms, so that was cool. Well, not cool. It's actually horrible. I have to do that, but it's some flooding in our bathroom, and could be a big problem. CR comes back to screen. I heard it. You heard what? You heard me talking about how I know things now? It's an orange mint plant. Oh, is like both scents. I was gonna make some tea, lemonade, or bubble tea / boba with it. Is it Is it Orangello? Is that like the one from Baker Creek Seed Company? Like a orange, like a lemon balm, but like orange mint, like orange balm or whatever. I don't know. Because lemon balm maybe looks like mint. Maybe it's in the same family, or maybe they're connected, related, whatever it's called. Similar. Nope, I got it from the store, from a store out in the middle of nowhere. Walks back again, about ending soon. Comes back to screen. I heard it. Yeah, I would just chill and hang out with you awesome people for much longer, but I do have like a 45-minute drive home, maybe longer when it's nighttime because got to be careful with the deer out here. They're no joke. Yeah, I wonder if like lemon balm is in the same family or genus or species as mint. Wonder if lemon balm would be invasive like mint. Lemon balm is great. Grew that in the past, and it was nice in tea, iced tea, like sweet tea. Awesome. Oh, I want to grow so many more plants. Wish I had more time. Our garden room is needs some work. I have to try to get the potting soil together, and I still have a lot of seedling trays that are full with soil. I'm gonna have to take the soil out, remix, add maybe some amendments to it, maybe inoculate with some outside soil, add a little compost, maybe some rabbit manure, get it ready. I wish I had like a large area to like mix potting soil, because we have a lot of potting soil, because that's kind of like an asset to me. Is we do a lot of container gardening, and each year I get a little more, and we could kind of make our own maybe and use it. But we have a wood chipper now, so I could probably chip some wood and use part of that as potting soil and add different things and make our own. But yeah, just buying the other stuff out of convenience, cheap stuff. But now we have enough organic matter I can grow in pretty much. Well, not yet, but I could probably grow in a large in a growing medium that would be have a lot of compost in it, because hopefully we'll have more and more compost. Got to get that compost ring full. A lot to do before winter. Got to move the firewood down from the shop down to closer to the house, or at least some of it. Get it onto the firewood rack holder, whatever it's called. It's been cold enough to think about getting the wood stove going. The sunflowers give a lot of organic matter. Yes, they do. And it's on my like mental, and I forget about it all the time, to-do list. I want to read about sunflowers and watch videos on sunflowers, because sunflowers are amazing. Besides the seeds, besides being great for pollinators, besides creating organic matter, and the plants being, beside the seed heads, the whole seed heads I think are edible. I'm assuming on most or all species or types. But there's also uses for them. Like I'm trying to look it up now. That might not be common. Like I have the Russian mammoth ones are huge, and they're pretty thick. Like the diameter of the stem, I would say, could be like 3 inches, maybe more, maybe around 3 inches or so. And I take like a little machete, that's a cool way to say machete. And I just hack it open, and I just kind of split it. And there's looks like almost like a starchy middle inside the stem. And I fed that to the chickens. I fed that to the pigs. They lived, whatever, that's cool. There are so many different ways. Yeah, there's different sunflower stalks. There's different things to use sunflowers for, and I forgot. Looking at it now. Yeah, milling to flour. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see. I don't know. I'm gonna look up. Ladybugs. What, or do they attract ladybugs? Because ladybugs are beneficial. Beneficial insects. Sunflower herbal tea. So apparently you can make tea with it. Yeah, the whole eating the sunflower head. Yep, I've heard of that before. Yeah, I'll look it up. I'll try to see sunflower flour. Making flour from sunflower stalks. Perhaps that's that starchy thing. I have a feeling that there's a lot more flour made from sunflower stalk. Yeah, I'll look up, but I think that there's definitely some great uses for sunflowers. The leaves alone. Yeah, they're great. The stalk for a trellis. That's great. That's a great idea. Now, when you say stalk for a trellis, do you mean while they're growing, while they're alive, using them as a trellis for plants? That's great, because I think the Russian mammoth plants would be great for that. But the thing is, it gets very windy where we are. So I've created like stalks for the sunflowers. So maybe I could create a stalk for the sunflower, and the sunflower could be the stalk for a plant or plants, maybe. Organic version of styrofoam. I heard the flower is just filler. Possible. Well, even if it's a filler, if it's got some type of calories, some nutrition, and it could be consumed, a filler would be great to have in a survival scenario. Add it to a soup, stew, whatever. I'm all about it. If it's got some calories, some nutrition, feed it to the livestock, eat the livestock. I'm all about it. Frying pan army. There's so many plants in our house during late winter and early spring that I can't get a drink of water without a vine being dipped in it. That's actually awesome. That gardening life. I mean, it doesn't stop year round. You got to try. You got to keep going, keep on going, keep on growing. Sunflowers break ground too. I've heard that. I've heard that. And that could be a good thing to discuss in the future. Is people have these plants that are like can break through clay and rocky clay and whatever. I don't know about all that. I will say, like the Russian mammoth, they've grown. I don't know if they grew in the clay. They did grow in the clay, but the area they were growing might have had some compost spillover and our and/or soil or whatever from our chicken run spillover because it grew outside our chicken run. It grew huge. It grew right outside the chicken run fence, right along the fence of the chicken run, and I think that might have had some soil there, some chicken run soil, some compost, whatever. Not sure how far it went into the clay. A sledgehammer does a great job of breaking through rocky clay too. Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. There's this. I don't want to say it's a myth because I have to try it. Like daikon radish can penetrate and sunflowers can penetrate. I'm not sure how true that is. I'm not sure how true that is. Or maybe it depends on the clay. Not sure. Really not sure. However, I'd like to really experiment with that stuff and see what plants can actually penetrate clay because I would love to do that because that would help our no-till system here because our garden beds are no-till. I mean, we dig into them for planting seeds, transplants, whatever. Stalks for mulch. Yeah. If you look at maybe audio breaking up. I don't know. If you look at our previous video talking about garlic, you could probably see one of the remainders of a sunflower stalk in the ground. I left it in there to keep the roots there. I don't think they went that deep. Maybe, I don't know, 9-10 inches, maybe, something like that. Not sure. What's your favorite plant, by the way? I don't think I could pick a favorite plant. I don't know. I would say sunflowers are up there, one of my favorite plants, but for me to pick a favorite plant, I could tell you almost definitively it would be a plant that would be edible. I love plants. I love flowers. I love all kinds of plants. But for me, for growing, I like to grow food. So I don't really know. That's a tough question. Could a person have a favorite plant? What's your favorite plant, Frying Pan Army? I'll try to think about what my favorite plant is. Well, we're including trees here. I don't know if I can give you some of my favorite plants. I know that's not what you asked me. You wanted a favorite plant, but I can say maybe because one of my favorite plants, one of my favorite berries would be mulberries. Mulberries, I think, are just unbelievably delicious. One of my favorite fruits, if not possibly my favorite fruit. So, I mean, trees are plants. Sunflowers, I love sunflowers. I think they're great. The ahi terapita, the rare, I don't know if it's rare anymore, but the pepper plant, I have a video. It's one of our most successful videos as far as views here on YouTube. That was a really fun and really cool plant to grow. I really enjoy growing that. Frying pan army. I like palm trees, orange trees, pretty much anything edible or tropical. Very, very cool. And there's also, you can get tropical and edible plants that are tropical. Super cool. Sunflowers seem to have many useful parts. Yes, I absolutely agree. And yes, organic matter, they could just mine. I mean, the plant is made up of more than just water, obviously. So what makes up the plant? What makes the organic matter? Well, nutrients and minerals and compounds, all from the earth, from the soil, from the growing medium. So you are essentially mining from the earth and bringing it to the surface. So the whole thing about creating organic matter, there's something to that. You're essentially just trying to take from the earth and bring it above ground. That's what you want to do. And make it living. It was, organic matter, once living, or living or once living. When it's living, it's organic matter. When it's dead, if it was once living, it's organic matter. So you could pull all that back to the top, because water just pushes everything down, everything down. You got to mine that stuff, get it out of the ground. Like, okay, for example, comfrey. Oh, it's just there's huge tap roots that can go down 5, 10, 15, 20 feet, like whatever crazy number people talk about. No, I didn't get that experience. In our clay, they went down like a few inches maybe. Unless when I took them out of the ground, which I'm pretty sure I got the whole root. I don't think, unless I chopped the root, on one, two, the 4 plants that I took the shovel and tried to uproot, to dig up. Unless I chopped all 4 of those roots, which I don't see that. I could have chopped all 4 of the roots. If I did, maybe there's still some comfrey root in the ground, and maybe that'll grow a new comfrey, but it might be too far down to even make it to the surface if it's actually like 4 or 5 inches. I believe comfrey root you're supposed to plant right below the surface, a few inches maybe max. But if I did chop any comfrey root and it's below the surface more than like 4 or 5 inches, I'm not sure if that root would be able, the piece of root or pieces of root would be able to even grow a new comfrey plant. I'm talking about the Russian Bocking 14 comfrey, the stuff that does not produce viable seeds, that you have to cut it through root propagation, chopping up the roots to propagate them. I'm talking about them. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself well, but either way, those are Russian Bocking 14 comfrey. The roots are like that. They were not like super, like, I don't understand where people get this from. I wonder why. I mean, maybe I didn't water them enough. I don't know. I've watered them. Normal seasonal water, whatever we get here in the Ozarks, that's what they got. I don't know. Maybe it takes time. Maybe it's takes years for them to penetrate. I have heard, for example, it's really great because I've heard is really great is like hickory trees. I've heard hickory trees have massive drill roots that go right into the earth. That's really cool. That really, really, really is amazing. So I think different trees have definitely different benefits. I also watched a YouTube channel that's an expert on trees or something like that. I don't know if it's arborist or /or landscaper /or tree cutting service, but an expert maybe was talking about how a lot of people think trees' roots are like super, super deep. Not always. A lot of them go just a few inches or just a foot or so or 2 feet into the soil, and they just spread out very wide. So not all trees have super deep roots either. By the way, Colin, I grew a tomato plant in a cup. That's awesome. How big is the cup? That is cool. I think trying to grow plants anyways is awesome. My internet's going out. Sorry, I got to work on some stuff too. I hope you all have a good night. Have a great night, Frying Pan Army. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate you stopping by. CR says, take care, Frying. Frying Pan Army says, thanks. You too, CR. I'm actually, on that note, I'm going to get going. Got a seed in the video. Got to seed the video. Which video are you talking about? Which video? The video about the trees? The roots? If I can find it, I'll show you that if that's what you're talking about. Or, the comfrey video. Check out our recent comfrey video. I actually posted a video talking about digging up the comfrey, chopping up the roots and propagating the comfrey. That's what that's called. Know my video. Oh, gotta see the video. Oh yeah, I'm gonna check out your video, man. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna get going. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. Oh, the cup size. Oh, gotcha. Thank you for clarifying, sir. I'm gonna get going. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Really had a fun time. Always learning, always getting my brain going with these live streams. You folks are just amazing. I feel like I just want to hang out with you folks. And well, that's in this live stream. That was in person. Whatever the situation, you folks are the type of people I want to hang out with because you're supportive, you're kind, you're knowledgeable, you're selfless in the way that you show support to one another, and you just really seem to really want to help one another, and just fun conversation. And some of you folks are really funny too, so I appreciate that. Hope you folks stay well, and I hope you folks are well, and I hope you stay well once you are well. Take care, everybody.